Hi ladies, welcome to your lower limb mobility and release exercises. So we're going to focus on your glutes, releasing hamstrings, hip flexors, but also talking about your feet because you will get a little bit of swelling in your legs, especially late second to third trimester. So you need a fit ball, and if you have a tennis ball, that's fine, or a trigger point ball will work as well. So you place it on the floor, work your feet first, and you're going to put the ball in the middle of your foot, and you're just going to massage and roll that fascia in the middle part of your foot. Do this in seated because you might be a little bit off balance if you do it in standing. We don't want you to roll an ankle, so just sit down and do it. You can put as much pressure as you like on the ball, so really press, so we're working that mid part of your foot. Okay, so you can do it for about a minute. And then we'll change, working the other part of the foot. Good, so just working that mid part, all that fascia. Yep, and you can do this in the mornings, in the afternoons, maybe later in the day when you're feeling like your feet are a little bit swollen or a bit sore. So this is great to do even when you're watching TV. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to do a little bit of feet mobility. So if you're sitting at a desk, if you're still working in your third trimester, or if you're sitting watching TV, just add a few of these little raisers in, just to get the blood flow circulating. Okay, so just a few up and down double legs. And then we're going to go single legs. And if any of you are flying in your third trimester, it's important to do a few of these exercises while you're seated. Okay, and then back to double leg. And just make sure you don't roll out onto the sides of your feet. So you want to stay right on top of your big toes. Good, just do one more. Good, okay, we're going to look at hip flexor releases. So you're going to turn to the side on your ball. So you're sitting on the side like a little seated lunge, and you're going to extend this back leg a bit further out. So you get a bit of a hip flexor stretch there, okay? You're going to bend the knee, you're going to tuck that pelvis under, and then push it away again. Just need a bit more room. So you tuck it under, and then push it away. So you tuck it under and away. If that's too much for you, you can bend the leg a bit more. So you can bend it more, or you can stretch it away a little bit more. Then you're going to hold that stretch, take the arm up and just go over to one side, and you'll get a nice stretch in your hip flexor and your obliques. Good, so we're going to turn to the other side. So in that little lunge, send that leg away, push it away, and then you tuck under. And you kind of lengthen the leg and then bend it as you come in. If it's too much, just keep your leg closer into you. Okay, but the more stretch you'll get is when the leg is further out. Good, and then you just hold that stretch, take the arm up, reaching it over to one side. You can even open it up a little bit, and then back to center. The other one we're going to do, so you sit back on the ball, is just a glute stretch. So if you can, one leg goes up in front, sit up nice and tall, just push this leg down a little bit. Good, so you're just getting a glute stretch there. Good, on the other side, putting it in front. Sit up tall. So if you're slumping, you won't feel much of a stretch. Make sure you sit up on your sit bones and you'll get a nice glute stretch there. Yeah, you can hold for about 30 seconds. Good, and release. Okay, we're going to go up to standing now. Okay, so you'll need a wall for this one. We're going to go back to some feet and calf exercises. So just to get a little bit of mobility, especially in your third trimester. So hands just lightly on the wall, and you're going to lift straight up onto your big toes and then straight back down. So it's just a calf rise. So we don't want to do too many, but especially that third trimester, we want to get your calves moving a little bit, because they will start to get a little bit more swollen and a little bit tight. Okay, so aim to do about 15 or so calf rises. Make sure you go right up onto the big toes and you don't roll out to your pinky toes. Just do one more. And then we're going to do some calf stretches. So I would place one knee on the wall, take this leg further away. I'm actually going to stretch the back leg. You can stretch the front one, but we're just going to do the back calf. And you're just going to square up your hips and hold it there. If you want a little bit further, you go further away. So holding for about 30 seconds. Okay, and the other leg. So gently place the knee on the wall, hinge forward, take that leg back, and holding that stretch. If you get cramps in the middle of the night, it's good to just do a few mobility exercises like this and stretch your calves out as well. So we're going to do the last one. It's going to be a hamstring. Just come close to a wall to help you with balance. You're going to place one leg on the ball. Okay, square up your hips. You're going to send the leg away, square up the hips, hinge forward, and enjoy that little hamstring stretch there. So deep breaths there. Good. And then you can bring it back in, you can release, and we can press away again. Good. About 30 seconds to a minute again. Let's do the other side. Send it forward, reach. Good. Bring it back in. Pressing it away, square up the hips, hinge forward with your pelvis. And then bring it back in. So that's all your lower limb stretches and releases. It's just important to remember not to overstretch, okay? Because you have laxity in your muscles, especially third trimester. So we want to keep you mobile, but not too released. So do a little bit of stretches if you feel like you need it, but keep up your strength and stability as well.